The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 876. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. You can now purchase The Tao of Self-Confidence, a guide to moving beyond trauma and awakening the leader within on Amazon, Barnes & Noble's, Walmart, Indigo, and other major book retailers. Get your copy today. Well, hello, friend. Welcome to The Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap-Chand, and today I have a phenomenal woman on the show today. She is a strategic procurement leader for high-tech Fortune 500 companies, and I'm super excited to have her on today to share about her story on confidence. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Ishy Shah. Ishy, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to the listeners.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to your show. I'm really excited to be here. So yes, I am, as you said, I'm a strategic procurement leader working for a global technology company. And I specialize in transforming and enabling the way the business buy goods and services. So I am a huge fan and advocate of change and transformation, as well as physical and mental well-being. So that ties into my why, because I take small steps every day towards creating a better version of myself and inspiring others to start thinking about those small steps that they can take towards their journey too.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And it's so great that we're also part of the US PAC WISE cohort program, which has been amazing to be able to connect with such amazing women like yourself. So really excited to just keep getting to know you better in the program. And Ishy, what's your cultural background?
Yes, I'm South Asian origin. My parents are originally from Pakistan, but myself and my siblings, we were born in England.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And what'd be your favorite self-confidence quote?
So this is something that really inspired me. I was listening to a talk, I think it was maybe about 6 months ago or so. The former CIO of Cisco, he shared his journey. So when he had the opportunity to become CIO, he was told is someone's got to do it. Why not you? And I love that quote because why not me? You know, it's like, why not get the job, get the degree, win that race, get the medal and change the world? Why not me? So I found that really inspiring.
I love that great quote. And especially as women, right, we tend to overthink. We devalue our self-worth. We have so many self-limiting beliefs that stops us from moving forward. And it's like, why not you get that promotion? Why not you start a business? Why not you become a speaker or, whatever it is that you want to be? And as women, we're more than capable to go out there and be whoever we want to be. Is it going to take some work? Yes, of course, like anything else, but it's definitely worth the ride. And yeah, why not you, right? Like you're more than capable for you to go out there and do it. So I love that quote that you mentioned. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
So self-confidence to me is being able to stand up in a room and own the room. And it's not about confidence and how people present it. There's different versions of that. But it's really about standing your ground, being able to be authentic and true to yourself, because that is how you inspire and bring that trust in, the way that you can present yourself to others. I think that is really important because confidence can be seen in many different forms. And that's how I see that.
I love that great definition. And yeah, sometimes we just got to own it and just go for it. So I love that you mentioned that. And Ishy, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Well, literally, I didn't have any self-confidence. Yes, I did feel like I was never good enough, especially this journey that I've been sharing recently, because I'm 4'9". I just created a recent speech, which I actually posted on the YouTube channel. It was around my height. I'm very tiny. So when I was younger, I used to get bullied a lot because of my height. I wasn't the same as what I would have seen as a normal person. So I always felt I didn't have enough confidence because I wasn't good enough to be able to do anything, wasn't capable. I felt I was never be able to be part of that group, part of that gang, or even be able to be in the room. Especially as I got older, is I wanted to be in the room. I wanted to be at the table. I wanted to be able to contribute to make decisions. And that's how I felt at the time.
Thanks for sharing that. And sometimes we feel like we have this limitation that stops us from moving forward. So like you said, you're 4'9". So it's like you're a tinier lady. And so sometimes, you're not taken seriously because of it. And especially like, let's say Asian women, we tend to look a little bit younger than our age. People might think we're the secretary versus the CEO. And sometimes we just have to go out there, like you mentioned, and own it, regardless of those circumstances. And what was that point in your life when you realized you were more than enough to go out there and be the woman that you are today? What was that aha moment?
The aha moment happened when I actually decided to take a leap of faith and move to the US. I am blessed with a large family back home in the UK. But I make a decision. I said, I'm going to see if I can make an impact, move to another country on my own. I only literally had 2 suitcases. I said, I'm going to take a chance, take a leap of faith. So that was my aha moment, is what can I do by taking myself as I am, as an authentic person, to another country and see where that takes me. And I have been here now for 9 years and I'm absolutely loving it.
First off, congrats on taking that leap, taking that chance, because I know it's not easy, especially moving to a different country where you have no family, you don't know anybody, and you literally have to start from scratch. I mean, that takes a lot of confidence and courage, but sometimes you just have to say yes to certain opportunities, even though you don't know what that outcome will look like, right? And like what you did, you decided, I'm going to move to the United States. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I'm going to make the most of it. And then here you are today, 9 years later. And because of that realization, what's your life been like now?
It's been a journey, and what I have done is I've met some amazing people. One thing I started to do was really start to be very conscious about my community, my friends and community around me that were going to uplift me. Because of my experience when I was younger, I wanted to make sure that the only people I'm going to have around me is positivity. We can uplift each other. And that is, I decided to make that kind of community around me. And that has helped me over the years. And I started to do things that I never thought possible. I started to introduce myself and push myself to even doing activities such as obstacle course racing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Spartan racing. I never thought in my lifetime I would do something like that. And I've actually done, I think it's about 15 races over the last 5 years. I'm constantly pushing myself, but because of that, it is actually inspiring others. And so it has been a wonderful journey, and I'm very lucky and fortunate to have some amazing people around me. And one thing I have noticed is people are they're noticing, they're looking at themselves and saying, yeah, I want to do something like this too. And they reach out to me and say, Ishy, I would love to learn from you. So it has been a real journey.
I love that. Well, congrats. And that's amazing. 15 Spartan races in 5 years. I mean, Spartan races are not easy, right? It's a lot of work, a lot of training, but it also mentally prepares you to tackle anything in life, right? So I really love that you mentioned that and you're inspiring others at the same time. And Ishi, if there's a woman out there who's listening to your episode and she's in a similar journey to self-confidence, what would be that one tip you would give to her?
So again, I want to go back to, it was coming back to this inspirational talk that I heard. And his name's the former CIO, Guillermo Diaz. I remember him sharing too that, and which was really inspirational for me, is being in the room. When you have a seat at the table and being in a room, you stay in the room and you build that room out for others to join. So that's what I would say to anyone is once you are in that room, make sure you own it, you stay in the room, and you build it out for others like you to join, because we didn't have that opportunity, especially when I was growing up. So that's what I would say is, when you get that opportunity, you have the seat at the table, you stay there, and then you open the door and bring others in.
I love that. And that's such a great tip. And it's definitely needed, right? Especially as women, collaboration is how we can create the change we want to see. That's why, US PAC has a WISE program, because they want to empower women. They want to be able to take a seat at the table, build more seats at the table, bring other women along with us. So I really love that tip that you mentioned. And if our listeners wanted to get to know you and a little bit about what you do, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Yeah, sure. They can find me on LinkedIn under Ishy Shah. And also they can follow me on Instagram at littlefirecracker_Ishy as well.
Awesome. And I love that Instagram handle. So we'll definitely check that out. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Ishy, you can also head on over to thetowofselfconfidence.com and search for Ishy's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else that we talked about. And I really just want to thank Ishy today for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much, Ishy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not a problem. It was an honor having you on the show. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. You can order your copy of Asian Women Who Boss Up book by visiting our website at thetowofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.